When market is going for a correction, what should you look for? Focus and watch this content. You will understand what we are talking about here. BTC went for a correction and it bounced near the moving average. It is near the moving average as of now. If you look tight, you can see that, right? So what if I say I want you before? Yes, I did in yesterday's video. That's first. I told you I see there is a correction coming. And then for my patrons, I highlighted what we are looking at, what are the possible corrections, and yes, the first target of that correction is reached, and the second one, I'm opening that up to you guys too. So when you understand the market, you have to look at different scenarios. The problem is, people don't want to listen if there is no 100x or 1000x type of stuff. When there is just a reality like this of possible correction, they are not interested in. And those who came in to watch, some were saying the thumbnail itself is misleading. Now I look at the thumbnail, I go back, look at the price, how it reacted to the market. I think what I told hours before is not bad. It's something which happened, right? I anticipated some moves there and it did happen. So for them, I will say watch the market right now and then decide, right? So when you go back and look at the coin Paprika here, things have changed. It took a hit, but now when you look at XRP, how would you know what is expected or what can you expect next? There are things which you have to understand, right? Market shows you different stuff. You look at it at different time frames. If you are trading based on 1 hour, always follow that. If you are using 4 hour, then you have to zoom out to 12 hour, 1 day and weekly to understand the macro trend, and then go back into the 4 hour for executing your trades and reanalyzing your trades. But how would you actually know what should you look at? Don't worry, we have it covered for you. Say if this is the pattern playing out and you're not getting a bounce, then you should go down. But this first line is a support. So if you're bouncing from here, that means you're going back towards this top here. That's not a bad thing, right? So that's why the scientific investor has got it for you. Now, why I think there should be a bounce here? Because when you look at the macro scenario on a daily, this is what you get. The price was already reaching the moving average. Now I highlighted my members that at that time, and if we go back into the price and then go into a daily, so look at what's happening. Yes, it's something similar. You can actually see personally right now that we wicked up, and when I informed that, guys, it was coming downside with all that momentum. With that, majority would be saying with this one, that's a hammer, it's going to go all the way down to zero, right? But this was my thought on that one, and I gave you guys this. Now on XRP BTC pair, when you see XRP USD going down, this is what's happening there. XRP BTC is still moving like this. The break of this pattern will give you the direction, but the double bottom here indicates chances are for a bullish break. Now that's my opinion based on the double bottom here and then the pattern. But once the pattern break to the upside or downside, it should guide you guys. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where we discuss crypto and science behind investing regularly. When you look at this tweet, it came yesterday before the current correction in BTC, saying, wow, huge Bitcoin crash. Prices have fallen all the way down to yesterday's level. And I was like, okay, I thought it's only me saying BTC is going to crash and it may affect the alts. And people are mostly, the BTC maxis are coming at me. Then I saw this from David Choss at Joel Katz. I'm like, okay, so it's not only me, it's cool. Then I saw this tweet from Holger highlighting that Buffett's indicator is sounding that alarm, meaning there is a possible crash coming. So you look at the current economy and says, okay, we are already crashing. What are you talking about? When the market crashes 10 to 20%, you would say, okay, this is a recession. But when it goes like 40-50% to the downside, that's an economic depression. So these guys are talking about that. They're not talking about the 2008 crash, which they all call, the GFC, global financial crisis. Look back in history, you'll understand what a depression looks like in economy. And if we are looking at that, that will affect almost every market. But where will that investment go? That's a huge question there, right? How the money will move, because the global system is having disruption here and there, the blackout, every different calls are going on. But the financial system have to move on. That's why they will change their infrastructure to lay it down in such a way that they won't get misjudged. And when everything similar to this is happening in the market, and you follow the market every now and then, it would be really hard for you to really make profit. Instead, you will have loss. You will have losing trades, which you should be, kind of reducing, because you are in this market to make profit. So to make profit in the market, first, yes, you should know the fundamentals. You should know the value of the asset which you're going in. But the technical side is so important. If you've been here watching the Scientific Investor for last 1 year or more, say at least last 3 years, you already know what we stand for. Because we believe that TA, or technical analysis, is really key. It's a language which is highlighting the possibility to you guys. So if you actually go back into different charts, patterns, you kind of get this easily, right? You look at, say, if you have any doubt, you can go into XRP BTC, XRP USD, XRP Ether, whatever pattern you want to use, and then go on and look at what the market is doing. We are below all-time highs, right? Way below that, right? In terms of Ether price. So if you're converting that into XRP, this is kind of the lowest points in years. Before, we dipped like this in 2017. So now you'll have a doubt. Okay, in 2017, when did we go down? What happened and all? So just for an easy explanation, you put that line there to see when that happened. It was 15th March 2017. I repeat, 15th March 2017. Now, from there, you will go into XRP USD chart and you go back in time to see what really happened on 15th March 2017 and after that. So, where is that 15th March? You will just take a vertical. You'll place that towards 15th March there. Now you can zoom in and see what really happened there. Now that should be showing you something interesting. After that, we consolidated a bit 1, 2, 3 days, but then we started moving up. So what was really happening during that time in USD? We were coming down, but we bottomed out. And say from 2nd March, when the price of XRP Ether was going down, we slowly started moving up. And then we pumped when XRP ETH pair went all-time low, meaning XRP went 10% up, Ether went 100% up. Just an example. So now you get that point and you come back here to the current scenario to understand, okay, that happened in the past. So what does it give you, right? Right now, you are in this market, trying to trade this market out, make some profits. So what does it actually mean to you? You come back here, you see a little bit of pump to the upside here when the XRP ETH pair is going all the way down. Then it's consolidating here. It's more like on a daily, it's more like a flag pattern. I just delete all of these lines and just give you that perspective to understand what I mean by that flag. If this pattern is breaking to the upside, say this pole of the flag is like 56%. So if you get a break above, then do understand Ether is near its all-time highs and the move to the upside would be slow. and the return on your investment from here for that asset would be low. Now, for XRP, the short to medium term, you get to see this 50% up directly. And that 50% up on different time frame, when you go back, you get this pattern would be like 200%, right? So if you have any doubt, I'll just zoom out and show you what I really mean. When you zoom out, take out all indicators to get that clarity and just look at how the market reacted. Now, we talked about this for a long time, right? If you were in the market from these points, I was explaining to you that we made this bottom, we made this bottom, we made this bottom, and from here I was so confirmed and highlighting to you guys, we are making a rounded bottom and we are going all the way up, right? So if you just put this like this, you are connecting all the bottoms, trying to go through that, and then you see this, we went below, and all the people, or at least many leading inspirers, were saying, okay, I'll take a step back to see, analyze what's happening. But I told you guys, comparing XRP BTC, XRP Ether, XRP USD, that this is a scenario which is likely, because you need guidance when it's going down, not when it's going up. Yeah, you do need guidance when it is going up, but the most important stuff would be balancing your portfolio, rebalancing your portfolio when it's in negative, so that you don't lose your capital. Now we broke back in, we are retesting that area. So after the retest, that's again playing out that bull, right? So if it is going towards the target of 0.5, 0.52, you now reach a resistance. So these are all counted there. From this 0.47 towards this point of 0.52, you have resistance there. So if we are moving in through that, you have to understand, always put resistance support like a zone. Why? Because here you had a close, and then here you had a close. Both are acting as a support. Now, zoom in, you can see this bounce also acted here as a resistance. So now you get that as a support and resistance zone. Trading is not easy. No one is saying it's so easy. You come here, you make money and jump. No, it doesn't actually work that way. Instead, it's hard. If you understand the language of technical analysis, yes, it becomes a little bit easy for you, but still, it's a lot difficult. Now, I know that would create confusion. But anyway, if this pattern breaks out, you would be looking at minimal 400% and the maximum towards, you'll measure it towards the bottom of this wick here, which is around 0.11. So that's 188%. So 100 to 188% would be what you're looking at. When the price breaks above 0.34, gives you a confirmation here that it's going high. So yes, in the meantime, you would have small corrections, but those should only bother you if you are trading short term. If you are a medium term guy, medium to long term guy, you should just take out your profit when it reaches 70 to 80% of your target. So if the market is kind of making fun of you, say for example, this was a pattern showing bears are waking up, but it is only confirmed when you break below this particular line, right? 0.303. So now you come back into that chart, the same time frame, you just go into that to analyze what really is happening. And then if you want to put a line to get that clarity, this was the previous close here, right? You can see this. Now the price went just below that, but went back up. Now, why shouldn't that actually bother you? Because the close of the candle is important. And as I highlighted here, you had a wick to this level. That's why the second support is there. Then below that, you have a moving average coming to the upside on 4 hour. So all of this give you an idea that we are getting congested here, and a breakout to the upside is more likely. Now, if you didn't watch last week or before that when we broke below, I highlighted this to you guys. We are going to get a 40% pump. Now, those who watched already know what I talked about and what happened in the market. Those who didn't understand that can go back if they want and watch my video when I was saying we are going to have around 40% pump after measuring this Adam and Eve pattern, which for me it was really clear. But yes, I do understand there were guys calling for a $0.11 XRP like that. But now you come up after the breakout here of we broke out, we retested here, we bounced. So you go, it's above that. Isn't that cool? Why does that happen? Do I have a crystal ball? No, no one knows. it's about reading the charts. And if you can do that properly, 70 to 80% of your time, you're going to give right information for your followers. Now, you have to understand the language and you should be able to control your emotion. Otherwise, when it is going down like this, you will say, okay, guys, that's it. I'm going to, take a break. It's not like that, because that would be the time when your followers need the most attention on this asset when it is going to the downside. Because when it is going to the upside, even if you forget to inform them, say your patrons are still waiting for your response, it's okay because they are still moving in profit. But here in this scenario, they are in loss, right? So if they take that hit, for some, it would be damaging for their portfolio, their family, their capital. Yeah, we all say invest the capital which you want to lose, or it's okay for you to lose. But always understand the fundamental and the technical should be there. It's not about the one trade which you make every day to make profit. It's about that successful trade which you do execute in that medium term or long term, which makes you that benefit of success. Becoming an intelligent investor is not just reading a book, but I will always say read the book Intelligent Investor and then read the book Market Cycle, Mastering the Market Cycle, or Turning the Odds on Your Side. So that's Mastering the Market Cycle, Turning the Odds on Your Side. This gives you the ability to understand what really is happening in the market. Now, when ETH is reaching its all-time highs, guys are saying 20,000 Ethereum or even 50,000, I don't know. That look at least crazy for me, because right now it has this issue. Back in 2017, when it reached its all-time high, it was having the same issue, right? So after 3 years, when it is reaching the same price, this is still there. What were the project executives or the community doing? They should have developed some kind of stuff to reduce this. They should have done something to get that scalability there and to reduce the fees. Because, ultimately people are here for better experience, right? They are all here for that better experience. I'm actually looking for, this one. This tweet is so important. Now, shout out for Secrets of Crypto, because this is what I'm talking about. When we say there is a cycle inside the crypto market, this do happen. And this is the reason why we just compared and highlighted and explained you XRP Ethereum and XRP BTC, because that played out accurately. Now, if you want to know that, read through this. You'll understand what we are talking about. When BTC corrects, alts do get a hit first. Then they find the bottom and slowly bounce. Now, the large caps will perform. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin and large caps are going parabolic. So, large cap here for us would be Ethereum, XRP and others. You just go in you just go into the coin market cap or coin paprika and look at the large caps. You see Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, BCH, Cardano and others. Now for BCH, from 450 I showed you we broke the target. Now with a little bit of correction, guys are like panicking. Okay, should I take the profit? Should I wait till the target? Or what should I do? Guys, if your pattern is still playing out and the volatility is inside that pattern, it's cool. Put up that shoes, man up. It's not the time when you should be losing trade. It's a bull market and the manipulation and the carnage will always be there. You need to look at your portfolio, look at the points where you are entering, where you're going to exit, what your targets are, and then keep your emotions out. Otherwise, the market is going to hit you so badly, and you don't actually want to take that hit during the upcoming alt season when your portfolio is filled with altcoins. You want to take the maximum benefit because these are assets which is reaching its all-time highs, and this is happening. Bitcoin went parabolic, 20,000 towards 40,000. Then Ethereum started moving up from 1,000. It reached 1,000. Then it stopped a little bit there, and then moved towards 1,350, which is near the all-time highs. Now, what you're looking at, the movement in large caps. So be patient and reap the benefit. Otherwise, you can say, even though the fundamental in the industry, money flow in the industry is increasing, you lost this market cycle. Do you want to remember that, or do you want to get out after this market cycle as a successful investor? Now, that completely depends upon your choice. If you want to get through the charts with these type of instructions, with these type of ideas, support, resistance and all, you can look at the Patreon. Link is given in the description. It is completely up to you. Only if you want to take benefit of what is being laid out there. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.